A very good evening, everybody, and welcome along to the CEZ Sportovní Hala here in the Czech Republic, as the Basketball Champions League has already reached game day 4 in the regular season, and Group C is our focus today, with CEZ Nymburk taking on Belgian opposition in the Telenet giants Antwerp. Well, it is Halloween today, and the home side have got off to a fairly scary start in the Basketball Champions League so far this season. And they find themselves bottom of the table as we take a look at the games. Ike got the better of Dijon yesterday. Broos Bamberg against Cabelis, and Fuenlabrada against Jerusalem. That is coming later on today. So plenty of action in Group C to look forward to throughout the course of the evening. Good win for Ike though yesterday. Really turned it around in that game. Managed to pick up a big win on the road. And this is how Group C stands. So Ike, by virtue of playing that extra game, they go top of the standings. They're 3-1 so far with 7 points. However, Fuenlabrada there 3-0 before their game later on today. So a good opportunity for them to continue their unbeaten start. Telenet giants Antwerp, they currently find themselves in third position. They're 2-1 coming into today's game. And as for CEZ Nymburk, as I said, it's been a pretty frightening start for them. 0-3 record thus far. As we take a look at the Telenet giants Antwerp roster, and well, Dave Dudinsky and Jay Tate, they average 16.7 points each so far in the Basketball Champions League this season. Paris Lee at the top there, he is magnificent with ball in hand. He's dishing out an average of 6.3 assists a game so far, and the likes of Ishmael Bako averaging 6.7 rebounds a game. So they'll be full of confidence as well, the start they've made. There is Wojtek Hruban, one of the key men for CEZ Nymburk. Certainly on the offensive load as we take a look at their roster. They have been reliant on Wojtek Hruban really to carry their offensive load. He's averaging 20.7 points this season, but has been supported by the likes of Jaromir Boacic and Martin Peterka, who also averaged double digits. Eugene Lawrence there, he's back, and he's had a good season so far. He's averaging 7.5 assists in his 2 Basketball Champions League games. And Boacic and Martin Krish will be looking to try and crash the balls for the home side. They average 7 and 6.3 rebounds a game, respectively. Yeah, there's no doubt it's been a disappointing start for CEZ Nymburk, considering they went 10-4 through the regular season last year. They finished second in Group D on points difference before being knocked out in the playoffs to the eventual champions Ike, agonisingly mind you, with a 1-point differential after Kendrick Ray's potential series winning shot bounced off the back of the rim as time expired. And of course Kendrick Ray has moved on to pastures new as well. He's gone on to Maccabi Tel Aviv in Israel, so they're going to have to do it without him this year. I'll be hoping that the Oklahoma State rookie Kendall Smith was going to try and pick up some of the scoring load. Hasn't set the world alight just yet, averaging 6 points a game, Kendall Smith. But as for the Telenet giants Antwerp, well, they were knocked out of the qualification round 3 last year at the hands of Rosa Radom, and ended up in the FIBA Europe Cup. And they went 3-3, Belgian side. They went through 2 qualification rounds going undefeated. They dispatched Ike Larnaca and Sredotoda Kanti to secure their regular season spot this year, so they've already had to come through qualifying again this year. Managed to go one step further into the main draw. There is Eugene Lawrence there, just in the sweatband. Certainly a key player for CEZ Nymburk. Plenty of experience. So yeah, the other two games in Group C, one of them starts in about an hour and a half's time, and the other one in around 2 hours' time. So pretty much as soon as this one finishes, should be just perfect timing to nip over and watch the other games getting underway. And there is Eugene Lawrence, 7.5 assists so far. He's also averaging 14 points, so he's had a pretty good campaign so far, has Lawrence. Well, Ches got off to a poor start on game day one on the road in Dijon. They lost 74 points to 63. They were very unlucky, mind you, on game day two, having lost by just a single point in double overtime to AEK Athens. And things don't go your way. Things like that happen, I suppose. And then they lost last time out on the road again to Lietkabelis, 97 points to 86. So that is how they've started. Whereas Telenet Giants Antwerp, they got off to the perfect start on the road to Lietkabelis. They won 91 points to 87 in a pretty close run encounter. They then lost to Fuenlabrada, who are the only unbeaten side in the group. So take a look at the referees. Oskar Lucis, Gatis Salins and Wojciech Liszka. Two from Latvia and Wojciech Liszka from Poland. So they will be overseeing proceedings for us today. So yeah, on game day two, they lost to Fuenlabrada 96 points to 84, but Fuenlabrada have made a great start in the Basketball Champions League, going 3-0 so far. Before they return then to winning ways. Last time out, 101 points to 89 win against Hapoel Jerusalem. As we look at the Antwerp starting five, they go with Lee, Sanders, Tate, Van Wijn and Dudzinski. Yeah, Paris Lee is outstanding in that guard position, and David Dudzinski and Jaishon Tate, really the two key men in terms of the offensive scoring load. Roel Moors is the Antwerp head coach. Retired player. He did actually play for the Antwerp Giants for about 6 years, between 2009 and 2015. He then started his coaching career as the assistant coach of this club. And then after Paul Verbeek was fired, he was then promoted to head coach in November of 2015. There is the Nymburk starting five: Lawrence Wright, Ruben Krish and Petra Bender. So plenty of international experience as well in that roster. Oren Amiel is the CEZ Nymburk head coach. This is the third match between CEZ Nymburk and Belgian opposition in 2017-18 season. CEZ Nymburk won both games against Philippe Oostend. So they've had good success against Belgian opposition in the past. And of course, CEZ Nymburk have been supported this year in the Basketball Champions League by a fellow Czech side in Opava, who have also struggled really after winning their opening game against Antwerp. They've lost their next three. But good for CEZ Nymburk just to have a little bit of competition, I guess, from a fellow Czech side. I'm sure there'll be that competitive spirit between them both, wanting to go as far as they possibly can in this competition. Dudzinski just high-fiving everyone there along the bench. 16.7 points, 6 rebounds he's averaged so far in his 3 Basketball Champions League games, David Dudzinski. So he's the man that they'll be relying on today. So here we go then, game day 4 of the Basketball Champions League here in Group C. It is CEZ Nymburk up against the Telenet giants Antwerp. And it is the home side who control the tip. And the ball in the very capable hands of Eugene Lawrence. The mid-range jumper is thrown up, just a little too much on it, but managed to keep hold of it. Eugene Lawrence again. This will be a long 2 if it goes, which it does. The first points of the day belong to Eugene Lawrence. He's backed off him, allowed him that open look just to try and get him off to a nice start. Now the 3, looking to respond, which they do. Victor Sanders knocking it down from the perimeter, so a nice start from both sides. Wojtek Kruban, really good perimeter shooter. Wojtek Kruban, they'll be looking to try and get the ball into him. Now Petra Bender knocks down the long 2, so a couple of nice jumpers earlier on. One from Lawrence, one from Bender. He's been at Nymburk since 2007, Petra Bender, so really is very much at home here. That's nicely done, and the one-handed flush. Great ball movement initially, and it's thrown down by Hans van Veen. Eugene Lawrence, last touch off Lawrence, so Antwerp will get possession. There is Paris Lee. Here's Van Veen. To Tate. And Tate is fouled. And Tate will head to the line and shoot 2. Foul goes on Petra Bender. Apologies, foul's gone on Martin Klisch. So he comes up way short with the first. Only just turned 23 years of age, Jason Tate. A couple of days ago, October the 28th. Oh, nice pass underneath. Too many black shirts around them. Do they get the steal? Paris Lee eventually does steal it. And now it's a 3 against 1. Instead, just steps back, throws the 3. Very calmly done. He had support up with him, Victor Sanders, but just decided to back himself, back his outside shot, and why not? Bender sets the screen right into Bender. Draws the foul. Foul. So a nice start for Telenet giants Antwerp. Kruban catches and shoots, just trying to get himself going. Offensive rebound by Eugene Lawrence. Lawrence drives to the baseline, needs some help, throws it back outside, but throws it out of bounds. And they will turn the ball over here. Another 3 on the way, just too much on this one. Van Veen does nearly does well to bring down the offensive board, and now the fast break is on, led by Eugene Lawrence. Lawrence, just to the left-hand side of him was Bracey Wright, who couldn't connect from downtown. Van Veen was brought to ground, but No foul. Here's Paris Lee. Calls for the screen, set by Dudzinski. Dudzinski did well, actually, to throw it back outside. Van Veen was waiting in the corner just to try and throw down that three, but drew the foul. So they'll get a 14-second reset here. The first foul goes on Bender. Sanders catches, shoots, just off target with the three. He's already knocked one down today. Now Bracey Wright can bring it down the floor for Antwerp. Steps back, throws the mid-range jumper, and another one goes. Victor Sanders. Now Paris Lee. Lee drives. The foul goes on Eugene Lawrence. Good aggression from Paris Lee. So first foul for Eugene Lawrence. Another 14 seconds on the clock here for Antwerp. Lee for three. No good. Big rebound by Martin Krish. Uta Kruban, nowhere really to go. Good defense by Dudzinski. Great pass by Kruban, and the one-handed flush from Martin Krish. That was lovely. Just had to delay there, Kruban. He had nowhere to go. It looked as though he was just going to throw up a pretty ambitious two, and instead just bounced it into the part of Krish. Now they've got the turnover as well. Fast break led by Kruban. Kruban is going to go himself this time and banks it in and goes coast to coast. And CEZ Nymburk, for the first time today, have the lead, 10 points to 9. And timeout has been called. This is the lovely little pass from Kruban into Martin Krish. Two Czech internationals combining. So timeout, Telenet, Giants Antwerp. Here is Lee. Lee, nice around the back pass to Dudzinski, who's been a little quiet in the opening 5 minutes or so. This man hasn't, as Sanders throws the three, comes up way short, just tipped back outside to Paris Lee. He's called on the travel, and Lee will turn it over. Here's Eugene Lawrence. Lawrence drives into the lane, Draws the foul, and Lawrence will head to the stripe and shoot 2. %100% from the free throw line so far in the Basketball Champions League is Eugene Lawrence. From the line here to start things off. Lawrence checks out after knocking down both from the stripe. CEZ Nymburk now lead by 3. In comes Thomas Vioral. Here's Lee. Lee throws up the mid-range 2, can't get it to go. Vioral picks up his first rebound. Nice pass as well into Martin Krish, who had to work hard just to bring the ball under his spell. A nice introduction from Thomas Vioral. Out to the corner, the 3 is on the way, comes up short. Last touch was soft, Van Veen, so CEZ Nymburk will get it. Bracy Wright. Nice pass. The left-hand jump hook is nice from Petra Bender. A tricky shot made to look very easy, and all of a sudden this lead is beginning to grow. It's up to 7 now, 16 points to 9. Here's Van Veen, now Victor Sanders. Sanders penetrates into the lane. Nice aggression from Victor Sanders. He's up to 8 points personal now. To the 11 belong to him. Vioral. Bracy Wright. Wright shoots the 3, comes up short. Dudzinski grabs the rebounds. Here is David Dudzinski. No doubt he'll be marshalled pretty closely when he's got the ball, certainly outside. On the reverse, can't get it to go. Krish with the rebounds. Bracy Wright throws it back outside, turns down the 3. Wojtek Kruban. Vioral. The extra pass was on. Bender with the little feint. Comes up short. The offensive rebound by Kruban, who was fouled. And Kruban will head to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be interesting to see just how they marshal Dave Dudzinski today. He's made 65.5% of his field goal attempts and 50% of his shots from beyond the arc so far in this campaign. So he certainly had the hot hand in the opening 3 games. Paris Lee. Lee bounces it into Van Veen. Van Veen looking to go to work. Difficult shot on. Nicely done though. Turning to his left, shooting with his right. Using the glass to bank it in. Lead is back to just 4. Just over 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Here is Wojtek Kruban. Vioral. No, Martin Baturka for 3. Nice rebound by Kalinowski. Kalinowski Lewandowski's back outside if he wants him. He's going to have to go himself. Really difficult shot. The right-hand jump hook goes from Ismail Bako. Been influential for Antwerp on the board so far in this competition, leading the way for them in terms of rebounds per game. Viral to the corner, drives to the baseline. Jaromir Boacic back outside. Wojciech Kruban, that's the man they want shooting the three. And just as I was saying, Bako is there to grab the rebounds. Here's Paris Lee. So that's the screen, leaves Kalinowski open. No good. And Villarreal, as he grabbed the rebound, was fouled by Scherpen. But it's been a good response by the Telenet Giants Antwerp side, because after going 7 points down, they've reacted well. A little bit of a run. Lead is just down to 2. Antwerp have no more fouls to give. In the next 60 seconds or so, shouldn't affect them too much. Here is Villarreal. Very nearly was able to steal that Van Veen. Ruban for 3. Ruban just can't quite get his shooting arm going at the moment. 1 for 4 from the field. 1 for 6 in total, CEZ Nymburk. Jaromir Boacic. Boacic, nice pass. Martin Baturka draws the foul. That will put Antwerp in the penalty. Chance for a 2 for 1 if they're quick here. They're not going to be. Scherpen. Now Bako. Bako, nice pass underneath. Oh, just about got the roll. Hans Van Veen has had a good start to this game. He's got 6 points, 3 for 3 from the field, 3 rebounds as well. Boacic as Villarreal shoots the 3, makes the 3 right on the buzzer. And it's the perfect ending to the first quarter as Thomas Villarreal makes his first points of the game and gives CEZ Nymburk a 4-point advantage at the end of the first. Nice pass from Boacic. And beautiful flight on that 3 from Villarreal. So at the end of 1, CEZ Nymburk 21, Telenet Giants Antwerp 17. 78% from 2-point range, 71% for Antwerp, so both sides shooting the 2 well, less so the 3. That was their first 3 that Nymburk have knocked down right at the end there, 1 for 7. Antwerp 2 for 7 so far. The home fans doing all they possibly can to try and get behind this CEZ Nymburk side. The trumpets are in. Trying to inspire them over the line to their first win in this year's Basketball Champions League. 0-3 coming into this game. Turned it over. Boacic. Boacic, nice pass. Peterka throws it out. Villarreal ended the first with a 3. Starts the second with a 3. Thomas Villarreal finding his range. Sherpen steps back, throws the 2, air ball. Strong rebound by Pumperla. Now Boacic. Boacic steps back. This will be a 3 if it goes. No good. And Veen grabs the rebounds. Ghezili needs some help. Had to go himself in the end. And does well to draw the foul. Foul goes on Villarreal. Here's Bracy Wright. To Peterka. Now Wright again. Lovely little bounce pass around the back. Peterka just off target with the 2. Offensive rebound by Boacic. Throws it back outside. Villarreal has already knocked 2 down. This time he turns it down. Drives to the baseline, but the foul is called on Ishmael Bako. Bracy Wright steps back, throws the 2, no good. And a Hail Mary pass down the floor into Van Veen. The alley-oop pass is knocked down by Hans Van Veen, who started really well out here. Van Veen, he's got 8 points, he's 4 for 4 from the field. And a timeout has been called. Nice vision down the floor. The pass then from Kalinowski. Good support from Van Veen. Getting up the floor nice and quickly. So timeout from CEZ Nymburk. So just a 3-point game, still a 1-possession game here in the Czech Republic. Bracy Wright, tricky shot in traffic, can't get it to go. Bako grabs the rebound again. Rebound number 3 already for Ishmael Bako. Throws it back outside, the 3 from miles out, air ball. Martin Peterka with the rebounds. Still spin move, but he's called on the travel. Is Pavel Pumperla. So we'll turn it over. It's coming up to 2.5 minutes gone in this second quarter. I mentioned that Antwerp had to come through qualifying. Well, they were pretty lethal in qualifying in terms of their numbers. They were the highest scoring team through the qualification rounds. They averaged 85.8 points per game. As Bako throws one out, mid-range two. Nice shot from Ismail Bako. They were also the best at distributing the ball as well. They averaged 22.8 assists per game. So they certainly bring some firepower here to Group C, to Antwerp. And they're back to within just one here. Nice pass from Lawrence. The three comes up short. Van Veen with the rebounds. Van Veen just telling Bako where he wanted him. Tate drives. Yeah, nice easy offensive board for Ismail Bako, who puts the two back, and Antwerp, well, they now have the leads. They have been down by as many as 7 in this game. As Eugene Lawrence tries to drive into the lane, draws the foul. So Bako picks up his second. Van Veen checks out. He's had some good minutes though. 8 points, 5 rebounds already for Hans Van Veen. Only 23 years of age, Van Veen. Joined the Antwerp Giants last April. Throws it back outside. Bracy right now turns down the 3. Now the mid-range 2 can't get it to go. Tate with the rebounds. Castle, nicely done from Eugene Lawrence. He gets the steal, and now the fast break is on, led by Wojtek Kruban. Bracy right makes the 2. Great work on both ends of the floor from CEZ Nymburk there. They got the steal, they then had the fast break, they had support as well. Good numbers, good running. They lead again by 1. Difficult pass, just about manages to get it through to Tate. Great pass from Tate. And the easy dunk. Dudzinski, who barely seen so far in this game. Here's Eugene Lawrence. Oh, yeah, another nice little mid-range jumper. Nailing that shot time after time so far. Close game though. Here in Group C, it's another steal for Eugene Lawrence, and Lawrence may have to go coast to coast here. Lawrence draws the foul. Really should have thrown up the shot, because he would have been heading to the line otherwise. Great work again from Eugene Lawrence though. There's the little bounce pass from Tate just a second ago. Find Dudzinski. Yeah, the referee was just about to give 2 free throws there for Eugene Lawrence, and then just quickly realized that he actually hadn't tried to throw up the 2. Worry for Antwerp though is that they've got no more fouls to give, with 5 minutes and 9 seconds still on the clock in this second quarter. Easy pass, what an inbound pass that was, and an easy 2 for Jaromir Boacic. Paris Lee. Good ball movement. Tate for 3 is good, and Antwerp level things up. In fact, Antwerp now, obviously something just wrong with that graphic. They do still have one more foul to give, as Wojtek Kruban, really tricky shot, can't get it to go, but the offensive rebound. So CEZ Nymburk will keep hold of it. Good work from Petra Bender. He's 36 years of age now. He turns 37 next March, does Petra Bender. As Ruban shoots the three, and Ruban makes it. It's been a quiet start for Wojtek Ruban so far today. And maybe that will just get him going. Brzezinski. Paris Lee, well, he looked up, realised that the defence were nowhere near him. Decided to try his luck. Eugene Lawrence, great hands from Lawrence. Lawrence thought it was the little no-look pass, and Petra Bender wasn't quite on the same wavelength as Eugene Lawrence there. Even fooling his own teammates, Lawrence. It's the three from Wojtek Ruban that we've just seen. Well, he's scored an average of 23.5 points as a starter so far this season in the Basketball Champions League as Wojtek Ruban. 15 points in the only game that he's come off the bench. Has scored an average of 4.3 shots from behind the arc each game as well. So his three-point shot has been in good fettle. Martin Krish should just prevent it going out of bounds. They, between them, do really well actually to keep that ball alive. Ruban thought about the three, drives, great penetration from Wojtek Ruban. A lot of work to do. He's up to 8. The lead is 3 once more. Antwerp doing a good job, just staying in touch. Sanders. Victor Sanders gets it back, and nowhere to go. Called on the travel, so it'll be a turnover. Here's Bojacic. Bojacic, great pass out to the corner. Another three on the way. And you just had a feeling, didn't you, when Wojtek Ruban knocked down that three about a minute or so ago, that it may well just get him going. And that's exactly what's happened. And now the steal from Thomas Vioral, who makes no mistake with the two. And all of a sudden, CEZ Nymburk have gone on a little bit of a run. And they now have their biggest lead of the ball game so far. It's up to 8. Wojtek Ruban with a couple of threes. And now the steal from Thomas Vioral. So 2 minutes and 43 seconds left on the clock. And we have a timeout. Telenet Giants Antwerp. Paris Lee draws the foul. Another youngster, Paris Lee, only 23 years of age as well. Fresh out of college. to Illinois State. Van Veen back to Lee. The shot clock is down to 3. Just has to try and get this away, Dudinsky. Well, it's a good defensive possession from CEZ Nymburk. They've just gone on a little bit of a run over the last couple of minutes. Their biggest lead of the game so far. Thanks mainly to that man there, Wojtek Ruban, who has just come alive. Villarreal, he's already knocked 2 threes. Make that 3. Thomas Villarreal putting up good minutes. He's had a steal. He's knocked down 3 from the outside now. He's up to 11 points personal, 4 for 4 from the field. 9 of those 11 coming from the outside. Tate is fouled and will shoot 2. So first foul on Wojtek Ruban, sending Tate to the line. Bojic. Penetration and the big block from Ishmael Bako as well. But Ruban, the foul has been called on him. On Ishmael Bako, that is. Nine-point lead. Another 14-second reset for the home side. 1 minute 25 seconds left in this first half. Here's Ruban. Ruban, another tricky shot, just halts his momentum. Paterka with the rebound, back out to Villarreal. Villarreal steps back, really tricky shot, comes up way short. And now the fast break is led by Tate. Tate, nice pass. Good defensive transition there from CEZ Nymburk. Jason Tate will turn it over. Now the travel called on Tate. .20 points from turnovers as well so far today, CEZ Nymburk, so they're certainly taking advantage every time Antwerp make that error. And Martin Krisch. Foul goes on Tate. Chris just off target with the first. Not a great free throw shooter, really. Martin Krisch really struggled from the stripe this year. He was just 20% from the line coming into this game, so no real surprise to see him miss both there. We've got about 20 seconds or so, 19 seconds between the shot and the game clock. There's it back out to Paris Lee, who knocks down the 3. And Antwerp need that. The lead was just beginning to grow. It went into double digits for a little while. But Paris Lee makes his first points of the game and brings the lead back to 6. So timeout calls. CEZ Nymburk, we've got just under 30 seconds to play in this first half. Should have also apologised for any choice language that you may have heard in the previous timeout. Of course, it's completely beyond our control. We're fortunate enough to have the team talks actually mic'd up, but of course emotions run high and can't always control what's coming out of their mouths. They are told not to swear, but of course sometimes they do forget. So apologies for any offence that it may have caused. Only about a second or so between the shot and the game clock here is Jaromir Bojic into Villarreal. Bojic again with a shot clock down to 2, needs to get it away. Can't get it. Bacco with the rebound. They need to try and just get the shot away from the half court. And Don, even though Van Veen makes it, it's not going to count, which is typical, isn't it? And Paris Lee, with a big smile on his face, just goes and puts his hand on him, Van Veen. You can guarantee if that was in time, it wouldn't have gone in. But anyway, at the half-time break, it's a close one here in the Czech Republic. CEZ Nymburk 43, Telenet Giants Antwerp 37. Both sides shooting the 2 well. CEZ Nymburk at 50%, Antwerp up at 67%. The three-point shot is improving as well. 8 offensive rebounds, though, for CEZ Nymburk, so lots of second chance opportunities. Double the amount of turnovers as well for Antwerp, so that's something that they'll need to work on in this second half. Villarreal has been magnificent off the bench. He's got 11 points. Krish with 5 rebounds as well. Bojic with those 2 steals. That big block from Bacco as well. So Sanders and Van Veen leading the way for Antwerp with 8 points each. Ruban and Villarreal with 11 points each for CEZ Nymburk. But it's in the balance at half-time. I'll leave you with the highlights of the first half, and make sure you're back in around 10 minutes' time when the second half gets underway. So welcome back, everybody, to the CEZ Sportovní Halle here in the Czech Republic. And at half-time, CEZ Nymburk 43, Telenet Giants Antwerp 37. CEZ Nymburk were just beginning to pull away towards the back end of that second quarter, but Telenet Giants Antwerp responded well. Nice three-point shot from Paris Lee right at the end, just bringing the rears down to just 6. And of course, CEZ Nymburk still looking for their first win in the Basketball Champions League so far this season. They are 0-3 coming into this. And after going 10-4 through the regular season last year, it's a bit of a disappointment in the way that they've started. The Telenet Giants Antwerp, well, they'll be pretty delighted with the start they've made. 2-1 after missing out on the Basketball Champions League via the qualification stages last year. But they had to take care of business through 2 qualification rounds this year. They went undefeated, and they've made a nice start to life in the group phase as well. Of course, the group phase now goes all the way through until early February. We have a couple of breaks, one in a couple of weeks' time actually, for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, where we take 2 weeks off, late November, early December. And we then, of course, have a little break for the Christmas and New Year period. But other than that, it is week in, week out in the group phase until early Feb, and then the knockout phases gets underway. Another gentle reminder as well to download the Basketball Champions League app, which is available for your delectation. It has absolutely everything you could possibly need. News and videos and highlights and interviews and everything you could imagine. It is there on the app, so make sure you download that to whatever tablet or mobile phone you have. And a couple of other games in Group C later on today in about half an hour's time. We see Broos Bamberg taking on Leek Cabelis. And we also have in around an hour's time when Labrada up against Jerusalem. So still 2 more games to come in Group C after this one, so don't go too far away when this one finishes. Just go over and watch one of the other 2 games from this group. But here it is, CEZ Nymburk with a 6-point lead as the third quarter gets underway, and Petra Bender just comes up short with the mid-range 2. One thing that CEZ Nymburk will be pretty happy about is that man that was just on the ball. David Dudzinski has been very quiet so far today, just 2 points. He's been their main man really on the offensive end so far in the Basketball Champions League, 16.7 points a game. As Paris Lee finished the first half with a 3, and he starts the second half with a 3. And all of a sudden the lead is just 3. He's a good college player, Paris Lee. He was named the Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Year as a senior a couple of years ago in the 2016-17 season. She recently signed a new contract extension as well at Antwerp till 2020. Martin Krish, it's Paris Lee with the steal. Now Victor Sanders. To Paris Lee. Lee trying to weave a web. Manages to draw the foul, and Lee will shoot 2. A chance to reduce the arrears to just 1 now. Bracy Wright very nearly had it stolen off him from Jay-Sean Tate, right, shoots the three. Looks as though it was just going to pop out, but just about found the bottom of the hoop. And Bracy Wright knocks it down, and the lead is back up to 5. Drives to the baseline. So the foul goes on Martin Krish. Did well, actually, Bracy Wright, to recover, because it looked as though he was actually going to turn it over. The fast break, Kruban, good transitional D from Antwerp. Wright again, steps back, shoots the three. Was fouled. And Wright will head to the line and shoot 3. So very nearly an opportunity for a 4-point play there from Bracy Wright. Sanders is not happy with the call. Went to Idaho College, did Victor Sanders, undrafted in this year's NBA draft. He did play a couple of games for the Denver Nuggets in the NBA Summer League, and then penned his first professional contract with the Antwerp Giants back in August. So makes 2 from 3. The lead just beginning to grow again. It's up to 7. Kalinowski throws it out. Paris Lee really fancies it from downtown and makes another one. Paris Lee really got the hot hand at the moment for Antwerp. He's up to 10 points personal. 9 of those 10 have come from outside the arc. Bracy Wright, the step back 2. Great shot. Bracy Wright has also just found a little bit of confidence as well. Knocked down a 3 earlier on in this quarter. Now the long 2, great pass inside, and the one-handed flush from Hans van Veen, who is still perfect from the field today so far. Hans van Veen, he's 5 for 5 for his 10 points. Now the foul goes on Martin Krish, I think. So Krish checks out. Pavel Pamperla comes back onto the floor. Here's Van Veen. Tries to bank it in, can't get it to go. So foul goes on Petra Bender. And the foul on Eugene Lawrence, and they're just beginning to rack up here for CEZ Nymburk. Very needless fouls. Nymburk in the penalty already. 6 minutes and 42 seconds left in this third quarter, so there's a long time. Oh, they've got it back as well. Paris Lee just completely mistimed his jump there, did Petrobender, Pampula. Now Paris Lee throws it back outside to Van Veen. Van Veen for three, in and out. And this time a good strong rebound by Pampula. So the lead stays at three. It is still just a one possession game. Here's Eugene Lawrence. Lawrence trying to drive into the lane. The foul goes on Paris Lee. Bracy Wright, another really tricky shot. He's made 2 of 3 in this quarter as Bracy Wright. So Paris Lee once again trying to conduct the orchestra. Nearly has it stolen off him from Pampula. Now Van Veen, the steal from Eugene Lawrence, and the unsportsmanlike has been called on Hans Van Veen. Eugene Lawrence was away. Van Veen knew that. No real complaints from Van Veen there. So free throws for Lawrence. They'll then get possession back as well. Lawrence makes them both. Again up against Paris Lee. Lawrence throws it back outside. Petrobender, Bender for three. Can it? And the lead is back up to double digits. Bender is up to 9. Good inside-outside penetration from Eugene Lawrence. Spotted Bender completely by himself and made no mistake with the three. And the timeout has been called. We've got 5 minutes and 31 seconds left in this third quarter. So a good little run from CEZ Nymburk. 57 points to 47 the lead. To try and reduce the arrears by 3, just comes up short. Lawrence just tips it to Bender. Lawrence having an increasing influence on this game. 6 points, 4 assists so far for Eugene Lawrence. And now Wojtek Kruban. Kruban, how has he done that? Fouled and won. Big time play from Wojtek Kruban. Great hands. He is some talent, Wojtek Kruban. Really is. Up to 13 points now. Kruban, the lead is up to 12. The chance to make it 13, which he does. Outscored so far in this third quarter, 17 points to 10. Antwerp. Kalinowski trying to reduce it by 3. Nothing but string for Kalinowski. Back to just a 10-point game. There's still more than in this Antwerp. It's Eugene Lawrence again. Turka sets the screen. Back outside to Paterka, who can shoot the 3, in and out. Good hustle from Tate there on the floor. Eugene Lawrence checks out of the game. And back comes Villarreal, who's been a more than able deputy for Eugene Lawrence so far today. 11 points, only the 1 assist, but shot the ball beautifully, 4 for 5 from the field. It's down to 3, into Tate, gets it back though, and now the uncontested 3. Nicely done from Tyler Kalinowski. So back-to-back 3s for him. Ruban. Villarreal. Boecic, difficult shot. Just to draw the foul, and we'll head to the line. Haven't shot the free throw particularly well, 60% so far today, Nymburk. If you need a team to try and learn from the stripe, then Unet Holon. Other side, they are absolutely exemplary from the foul line. Oh, beautiful pass! And it's hammered home from Bacco. Unet Holon made 96% of their free throws attempted last night. They were 23 from 24. Best percentage, unsurprisingly really, for a team with 20 or more free throws attempted in a Basketball Champions League game this season. And another timeout called here. This time from CEZ Nymburk. Pretty tricky one to call so far today. Telenet have done really well, because a couple of times they've looked as though this game has just been creeping away from them, but every time that's happened they've responded well. Have been down by as many as 13 in this game. It's now just a 5-point game with 3 minutes or so still to play in this third quarter. And of course, this is the problem that CEZ Nymburk have had, because they got into foul trouble early on in this third quarter. There's been a lot of free and easy trips to the stripe. Ruban checks out. "14 points so far today for Wojciech Ruban. He's right. Wright's had a good third quarter. Villarreal throws it back outside. Draws the foul. Foul goes on Tate. Comes up short, or possibly should have grabbed the offensive board though. Bit of a let-off there for Antwerp, and it is all of a sudden just back to a one-possession game. Can level things up out here. Just comes up short, but they've grabbed the offensive rebound. Bacco, what a pass! Oh, and what a miss! Talk about let-offs. There's one right there for CEZ Nymburk. Wojciech out to the corner. Drives inside, really tricky shot, can't get it to go. Bacco grabs the rebounds. Kalinowski shot the three well today. This time it's the long two, and once again it finds the string, and Kalinowski is up to 8 points personal now. 3 for 5 from the field. Here is Pamperla. Good defense. Last touch was off an Antwerp shirt, so Nymburk will keep it. So Villarreal checks out of the game. Back comes Eugene Lawrence. It's just a one-point game, just over 90 seconds or so to go in this third quarter. Wojciech throws up the long two. No good. Eugene Lawrence, though, grabs the offensive rebound to give them a second opportunity here. Eugene Lawrence again. Lawrence throws it outside. Petra Bender is waiting. No good, but they get it back again. Good hustle from CEZ Nymburk. Just needs to box out a little bit better here. Antwerp, another three goes up, and it's another offensive rebound. Bender tips it to Lawrence, who banks it in. Great hustle on the offensive glass from CEZ Nymburk. Paris Lee throws it up to Bacco. Bacco manages to grab his own rebound, but it's Eugene Lawrence with the steal. How many of those has he had today? Eugene Lawrence. It's his third steal of the game. Now Lawrence looking to try and shoot the three. Air ball. Grabbed by Wojciech. They won't get a reset though, as it didn't hit the rim. As Bracy right now. Peterka with the rebound, and eventually the foul is called. And it will be a trip to the stripe with a 3-point lead. So back up to a 2-possession game, 4-point lead. Paris Lee. Van Veen, shot clock is down to 3. Step back 2, comes up short, tried to put it back up. Did well just to keep it in bounds as well. There's 2 seconds left in the quarter, and why not finish it with a 3 and make it just a 2-point game. Kalinowski once again, who is 4 for 6 from the field. He's up to 11 points personal. Great work initially by Dudzinski. Good hustle to keep the ball alive. Spotted Kalinowski just in the corner there. And at the end of 3, it is just a 2-point game. Great response there from Telenet Giants Antwerp, who at one stage were labouring in that third quarter. It's going to be a really good climax to this one, 64-62. So here we go then, final quarter just about to get started. It is just a 2-point game. Big 3 right at the end there from Kalinowski. CEZ Nymburk still looking for their first win in this year's group stage. 3 is on the way from Sanders. Bacco with big, strong offensive rebounds. That's what he is so good at. Ishmael Bacco is already up to 12 rebounds today. To go with his 8 points, so he's coming up to a double-double. As Lawrence is way short with the 3. And Kalinowski again. To try and get him some looks from the outside in this final quarter. Kalinowski. Here is Sanders. Sanders is fouled. Oh, very nearly made the 2, but he will shoot 2. Sanders makes them both. So Antwerp now lead by 2. Wonderful turnaround from them when you think that they trailed in that third quarter by 13. And now lead by 2 into Martin Krish. Krish's ball handling just lets him down, and it's another turnover for CEZ Nymburk. So Telenet Giants Antwerp will have another possession here. Try and stretch it to a 2-possession game. Biggest lead that they've had, Antwerp, has been 5. That came right at the start of this game. Paris Lee checks out of the game. To Sanders. Bako sets the screen. Kalinowski, why not shoot it? Way off target with this one. Wojtek Ruban. Looking to try and heat up in this final quarter. Ruban steps back, throws the two, makes the two. And we're all tied up. 66 points each. Who can remain cool and composed coming down the stretch here? Kalinowski to Victor Sanders. Sanders looking to go himself. Draws the foul. Won't head to the line. We'll just get it from the back. Victor Sanders, the shot clock is down to 3 here. Not sure whether he's aware of it. Well, he does. Great little spin, and the right-hand jump hook is good. Wojtek Ruban. Ruban for 3. Comes up short. Bako with yet another rebound. How important has he been for Antwerp in this Basketball Champions League campaign so far? Oh, good hands from Bako. Bako tries to use the glass. Wojciech grabs the rebounds. Ruban again. Trivenda to Wojciech. Making sure that they don't allow Wojtek Ruban too much time or space to try and knock down that 3. Defending the perimeter pretty well. So again, Villarreal comes in place of Eugene Lawrence. 7 minutes to go. 2-point game. Nymburk have won both of their previous games against Belgian opposition. Philip Ustend in last year's Basketball Champions League regular season. They beat them on both occasions. Still got 9 seconds on the clock here. Villarreal or inbound to Wojtek Ruban. Ruban, foot was just inside the line. It would have been a 2. Again off target. Ruban just hasn't quite been himself today. It just looked as though he was going to get going. He went on a nice little run in that 3rd quarter, but other than that, he's been hit and miss. 6 for 13 in the field so far today. Victor Sanders, does he turn it over? Gets lucky. Yeah, it certainly looked as though the last touch was off Martin Krish. No, I think the decision has gone Nymburk's way. Tate can't quite believe it. Let's have another look here. Oh no, yeah, may well have just been his foot, actually. That's a great decision by the referee. Villarreal. Wojciech for the long 2. Jaromir Wojciech. 4 points for him now. Levels it up again. 68 points each. Sanders called on the travel, will turn it over. So an opportunity here for Nymburk to try and retake the lead. That was the 2 we just saw from Jaromir Wojciech. Foot was just inside the line. Martin Krish up against Tate. Now Jaromir Boacik. Boacik, step back, fade away two, no good. Last touch was off Van Veen, so Nymburk will get it back. Boacik again, drives, good penetration from Jaromir Boacik, who makes the 2 and 1. And Boacik will head to the line. Great play from Jaromir Boacik. So a chance to increase the lead here to 3. Van Veen gets called on his third foul. Victor Sanders. Need to reply again here, Antwerp. They've been great at it so far today. Every time they've fallen behind, they've kept well in touch, and they've normally come up with the goods to get them right back into it. Shot clock down to 3. It's been a patient possession, and draws the foul. We'll head to the line to shoot 2. Foul goes on Jaromir Boacik. Free throws absolutely crucial, and David Dudzinski's just not been his day today. Dudzinski very quiet indeed, just 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and he misses both free throws, so chance here to increase the lead to 6, and that is exactly what they do. Jaromir Boacik punishing the missed free throws down the other end, and all of a sudden the lead is 6. Boacik up to 10 points personal, and a timeout has been called by Telenet Giants Antwerp. Well, there's still plenty of time left for Antwerp here, but after having the lead in this final quarter, they now trail by 6 again. Nice pass underneath, and David Dudzinski, who has been quiet, he missed those 2 free throws last time. This time he makes up to 6 points personal. Here is Ruban. Boacik again, confident Jaromir Boacik, no good. Tate this time brings down the rebounds. It's Tate again. Paris Lee. Offensive foul and a turnover for Antwerp. That's what they can't really deal with right now. They've got to be so careful. Dudzinski, bit of a shake of the head. His fourth foul, so he checks out. And that over double the number of turnovers though for Antwerp today. Ruban throws it out. Viral. Viral shot this three well today. Can't get it, but a big, strong offensive rebound by Martin Baturka. So CEZ Nymburk with another opportunity. Great penetration from Viral. Can't make the two, but will shoot two. Makes one from two. Next week, by the way, CEZ Nymburk, well, they actually have back-to-back away games now. They're on the road next week to Israel. They play Hapoel Bank Yahav Jerusalem next Wednesday the 7th of November. And they then are away the week after to Fuenlabrada. So a couple of tricky road games for CEZ Nymburk after this. So important to try and win this one. Look after your home floor. Here is Boicic, throws it back outside to Martin Krish, who was completely open for three. And the foul is called on Tate, I think. Well, Paris Lee, actually. As for Telenet Giants Antwerp, well, they have a home game next week. Next Tuesday the 6th, against Bros Bamberg. And then after that, an away game to Dijon. They play up until the 20th and the 21st of November, just to let you know. And there's then a couple of week break for the FIBA World Cup qualification games. So the next games after the 20th and the 21st of November won't be until the 11th and 12th of December. So a little 2-week break for the Basketball Champions League. So still a 7-point lead. Paris Lee into Kalinowski. Kalinowski spins, throws it back out to Hans van Veen. Comes up short. Eugene Lawrence just couldn't quite pull in the rebound. Good work from Sean Tate. So they will keep it here, Antwerp. Every possession so important for them now. Van Veen, good pass. Tate looking to try and work her way through. Not that happy with the call. Martin Baturka looked a little bemused, didn't he? So he makes 1 from 2. Offsides haven't been great from the stripe today. Both for about 60%. Great pass from Lawrence. Oh, an even better pass to try and find creation. I think an unsportsmanlike has been called there on Tyler Kalinowski. So things go from bad to worse out here for Antwerp. Little no-look pass there, and then good awareness from Peterka to see Martin Klisch. So unsportsmanlike called on Kalinowski, so it'll be free throws followed by another possession. Not what you need when you're 6 points down with 2 minutes to go. Yet more missed free throws. But they have possession back with Ruban. To Peterka. Shot clock is down to 3 here with Eugene Lawrence. Lawrence has just got to throw it up, steps back, shoots the 3. A little too much on it. Van Veen grabs the rebounds. It's a little nasty, but the referee decided it was fair. Ruban just threw his arms up as if to say, surely that's a foul. Paris Lee can't make the 3, but offensive rebound. Back out to Tate. Tate comes up short this time. Out of bounds, and CEZ Nymburk survive again. Another look at here. Looked a little aggressive, didn't it? Certainly seen those given. Here is Lawrence. Just got to try and manage this game now. CEZ Nymburk. Just about a minute to go. Lawrence throws it out. Jaromir Boacek for 3. Just too much on it. But Lawrence grabs the offensive rebound, so another second opportunity here. Every second the ball is in the hands of a Nymburk player, that will please them. It's another offensive rebound, this time from Wojtek Ruban. It will be frustrating for the Belgian side. Peterka turns down the 3, drives to the baseline, throws it back outside, but it's just tipped out of bounds by Lee with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. They've done well there, though. CEZ Nymburk, they managed to just keep hold of that ball. And a timeout has been called. From the home side. We are inside the final 60 seconds. So 2 seconds to try and inbound and get the shot away. They still lead by 6. Lawrence out to Wojtek Ruban. That's the man they want shooting the 3, and that is why Wojtek Ruban puts a nail in the coffin of Antwerp, surely. With 43 seconds to go, it's now a 9-point lead. Did well to come out of that timeout, drew up the plan, managed to get Ruban free right at the top of the key, and he makes the 3-point shot, and it's a 9-point lead now as Telenet Giants Antwerp call timeout. So 9 points down. Van Veen into Bacco. Back to Bacco. Lee is screaming for it in the corner. He was completely open. Just couldn't quite find it. Get the roll. Oh, missed free throws have hurt Antwerp here down the stretch. Here's Eugene Lawrence. Now Ruban. Foul goes on Bacco. From the foul line coming into this game, Eugene Lawrence, and he's 100% today as well. The lead is now 11. 22.8 seconds to go. It could all come down to points difference in the end. You never know. You know you're out of games. You've still got to keep fighting, keep trying. Lee for three. Nice way to perhaps finish this. They've gone for the full court press. Last touch was off Tate to take it out of bounds. And the buzzer goes. So CEZ Nymburk pick up their first win of this year's Basketball Champions League campaign. They were 0-3 coming in, but 82 points to 74 win over Telenet Giants Antwerp. And CEZ Nymburk are off and running in Group C. As for Telenet, well, they go 2-2. And CEZ Nymburk, well, they'll be mightily relieved after having a pretty good group phase last year. Really started slowly this season, but perhaps that's all they need, just to try and get them going and breed a bit of confidence back into them. They had to work hard for it, mind you. There were times when it looked as though CEZ Nymburk were just beginning to run away with it, but they kept fighting back, did Telenet Giants Antwerp. So they will leave disappointed ultimately, but yeah, CEZ Nymburk will be delighted. Still so much basketball to go, even though they were 0-3 coming into this game. Still so long to go that there's plenty of time for them to turn things around. And maybe this will provide the catalyst to do just that. So the home fans will leave happy. Wojciech Kruban net. Some of their key men, 19 points today, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Getting the job done, but their bench as well did well. Villarreal there. He put up some good numbers when he came in. 14 points for him. But in the end, just a pretty solid performance from CEZ Nymburk. Just a reminder, back-to-back on-the-road games now for Nymburk. Next Wednesday the 7th of November, they're up against Hapoel Bank Yahav Jerusalem. And then following that, the Wednesday the 14th of November, up against Montekip Fuenlabrada. So those are the next two games for CEZ Nymburk. As for Telenet Giants Antwerp, well, they're at home next week. They're up against Bros Bamberg on game day 5 next Tuesday. And then the Tuesday after, 13th of November, they are away to Dijon. A reminder that, of course, the teams play up until the 21st of November, and they then have a bit of a break for a couple of weeks until Tuesday the 11th of December, while the FIBA World Cup qualifiers are taking place. Make sure that you have downloaded the Basketball Champions League app as well. That's been available for a while now. Yeah, you can get all the latest news and whatever you could possibly need to guide you through the Basketball Champions League regular season right the way up until early Feb. And of course the action doesn't stop there this evening either, because there's a couple more games in Group C. One of them is just beginning to kick off their second quarter, as Bros Bamberg are taking on Lietkabelis. So that is currently 18 points each after the first quarter there. So go over and watch that. Or in just under 10 minutes time, you can watch Fuenlabrada taking on Jerusalem. So a couple of games in Group C still yet to be completed. So yeah, head over there and check out what's going on. We just saw there was a little quiet today. That was a great inbound play off the timeout, managing to find Wojtek Kuban right at the top of the key, knocking down the three. And that was really what did the damage in the end for Antwerp. There was no way back from that point. And even though Paris Lee finished with this, it really made no difference. So CEZ Nymburk picking up their first win in the Basketball Champions League this season. And they'll be hoping that they can go on a little bit of a run now. Antwerp shot the two well, 57%, both sides pretty similar from three-point range. Their free throw shots, well, they'll need improving somewhat. Pretty similar in terms of assists. 7 more steals, though, for CEZ Nymburk, and look at that, double the number of turnovers for Antwerp, so that's got to improve. But CEZ Nymburk with their first win. We'll see you next week with more action from the Basketball Champions League.